found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
Yo, yo, yo. We're back. Forget the yo-yo-yos. We'll get into that later. But we're back as First Choice Betting on the First Choice Podcast YouTube channel, as well as audio platforms, Spotify, yada, yada, yada. Check the link down in the description if you want to watch it on YouTube, if you want to watch it or listen to it in audio form. We're back, right? Last time you seen this was probably, we did playoff picks, did we not? I believe we did.
Yeah, we did a few, I think. Yeah, I think we made one for the Super Bowl and everything.
Had to. We didn't go over our final stats and yada, yada, yada. We didn't really keep track of them last year. The only thing we did keep track of, though, were the team win totals, positional leader prop bets, individual award bets, and then over-unders and divisional winners, yada, 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 stuff like that. So, to kick it off, I guess, well, to kick it off, actually, let me just talk about the fact that Brandon did a beautiful rebrand, in case you didn't notice, in case you are subscribed and you haven't been watching First Choice Fantasy. Brandon did this whole beautiful project. As you can see, the overlay around us, the beautiful intro that I hope is at the beginning of the video. Cam might not like it, but it is what it is. But yeah, I just want to shout out Brandon real quick before we do hop into anything. Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right. So last year, I just want to go over this stuff. This episode, in case you haven't realized already, it is the positional leader prop bets and the award bets as far as MVP, Rookie of the Year, et cetera, et cetera. So last year with MVP or award bets and stuff like that, the only person outside of myself and Brandon, so last year was myself, Alex, Cam, and Brandon. Alex hit on Chase Young Defensive Rookie of the Year, which was probably the easiest cake bet of all time. Plus 220 were the odds. And if you see these odds for award bets, it's an easy one. So he hit that plus 220. And then Cam hit MVP. Cam, you could just take it away because you did tell us. You told us, right?
Aaron Rodgers, man. I told you he's going to be a man on a mission. He was pissed off about Jordan Love, and he did it. He went out and balled.
Plus 2,300 odds. So if you listened to Cam last year and made that MVP bet, which made sense, but people just ignored him. Plus 2,300. Put $100 on it.
You laughed at me.
I did laugh. Yeah, I did. Because the man on the mission thing, it was more emotional based. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a statistics guy. So speaking of statistics, yeah.
Have you not been able to tell this offseason?
He's a bad man. He's a bad man.
Speaking of
so he should go, bro. In the back of that truck, that man was living life. Y'all seen that video before?
Oh yeah, that was like right after they got eliminated.
Fact, he was still, bro.
Vibing.
Yeah, he didn't
I just want to live like that, man. In Hawaii too, his off season was beautiful.
Well, he probably thought he was gonna get released, so he was just living the dream with his boys.
Facts.
Didn't happen.
Alrighty. Positional leader prop bets last year. None of us hit anything except for Brandon. Brandon actually did get Derrick Henry's most rushing yards, which is again one of the better odds. It was plus 750. Everything else was terrible. I bet Matt Ryan for most passing yards, Nick Chubb most rushing yards, Derrick Henry obviously blew Nick Chubb away, but Nick Chubb was probably second if he didn't get hurt. Cam got Josh Jacobs plus 1,800 most rushing yards, so that was a long shot, but he liked it. And then most passing yards, if Zach didn't get hurt, you would have had that hit probably, plus 650.
Yeah, I definitely would have had it.
Who ended up with the most passing yards last year? Deshaun? I think it was Deshaun.
It might have been. No, it wasn't Josh Allen.
Deshaun Watson?
Maybe. I don't know.
I want to see Tom Brady for some reason. He was
No
top
way.
5 though.
No way.
No. He had a lot of touchdowns though. Fantasy purposes, obviously. Alrighty. Well, guess we could just dive into this year's positional leader prop bets. We're going to kick it off with the 2021 NFL season. We're fucking hype. It's back. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I just want to make some money this year. I don't know about you boys. I mean, preseason, the first 2 games. Oh, go ahead, Cam. Go ahead.
Just real quick. Deshaun Watson, Mahomes, and Brady. They're top 3. Watson was number 1.
Watson's a problem, both on and off the field, man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What was I saying? I'm trying to make money. Preseason had me doing well the first 2 games, and then after that, it was a shit show. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen the picks that I put out. Parlayed them, Johns, in multitudes of ways, and I could have made money, lost it. Yeah. Obviously, still not gonna. It's not gonna make me shy away from betting in the NFL regular season and all these positional leader prop bets and the award bets. Are you kidding me? This is easy money. So, without further ado, if you boys would like to hop into it, I would be honored to start the positional leader prop bet segment.
Let's do it.
Go.
All right, Cam, you can kick it off, actually, matter of fact. We're going to do rushing yards, passing yards, receiving yards, one at a time. You can do rushing yards, kick it to me, kick it to Xavier, and then loop it back around. So, Cam, you can kick it off.
Alrighty, so we're starting off with most rushing yards. I kept it pretty simple in my opinion. I went with Dalvin Cook. His odds are lingering around plus 550, somewhere around that. I just think they're going to feed him. Of course, sprinkling a little Justin Jefferson here and there, but I think
Here and
Dalvin Cook's
there.
going to
Here
What?
and there.
Here and there.
just a
you
little bit here and there. I mean, I think they're going to not let Kirk Cousins do his thing because I think they've seen what he can do when he's doing his own thing. So I think Dalvin Cook's going to get fed this year.
Yeah, I like that. Not gonna lie. The thing. So this is me, right? As a fantasy analyst or analyst, whatever you want to fucking call it, and then a betting guy, right? I've never been a big Dalvin Cook guy in fantasy. Cannot tell you why. I literally can't tell you why. It's like Aaron Jones. It's just like he left a bad taste in my mouth before, so it's like a don't ever talk to me again type of thing. So whenever I think of like actual NFL, I think of him as like one of the best running backs in the league, obviously because it is what it is. And you see the videos of him doing all these juking and shit, bro, upfield. He's nasty. So I mean, rushing yards, I definitely understand it. They improved their offensive
Especially
line
coming
too.
off that ACL tear a few years ago too. To come back and still be able to play like that.
Dude.
It's impressive.
Just one of the quickest guys to watch.
Facts, elusive as hell. And that offensive line getting improved. Offense obviously being better with Justin Jefferson. Possibility though that a head coach gets fired who loves to run the ball. So there is risk, but I do like the bet itself. I respect it. Actually, you can take away your rushing.
For
yards,
rushing?
obviously. Yes, sir.
King Henry. Got to go with King Henry. Got to put that crown back on his head. I think he's going to take it. I think the odds are plus like 350 right now.
Yeah.
I think he is the most favorited to win the rushing title, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very far-fetched. I think he could do it again. He's a horse, and there's really no slowing him down.
No, I don't think so this year. I think they got him another big passing weapon in Julio Jones, and I think they're going to try and start easing up on Derrick Henry as he gets a little bit older, try and keep his longevity going. So
that play action is going to be deadly.
Oh yeah, 100%. One of the scariest offenses in the NFL this year.
And their defense is relatively trash. So I mean, and they got rid of cornerbacks and everything. So I mean, that offense I think is going to be putting up points.
Yeah,
so I'm in agreement here with Xavier, and I think obviously they're going to need to get down the field. Derrick Henry, 95 yards at a time type thing. You know what I'm saying? And you have Julio and stuff. Play action be deadly. They're not going to be able to fill the box like they used to be.
It's still going to touch the ball at least 25 times a game. Like
I'd go more conservative, probably. I'd probably say like 20-ish, but I mean, he's still efficient as fuck, and he breaks tackles. So I mean, he washed the next
areas because they do double the ball a few times here and there, and he's got potential to break a 75-yard screen. We've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he washed the next person out of the water. It was Dalvin Cook last year. It was the next person.
Yeah,
right behind
by
him.
like
500 yards.
Something like that. Yeah.
Literally 25%. He blew them out of the water, and then after that, it was Jonathan Taylor, I think, or something like that. It was by a lot, by a wide margin. He's a monster. King him. He's also my most rushing yards prop bet.
Too, like,
oh yeah, this bro. Huge. Like you know what baffles me? I know this has nothing to do with anything. This motherfucker sat on the bench behind Deion Lewis for like 2 years. For like 2 years. Matt LaFleur was the head coach, so I understand why Aaron Rodgers is upset because that man must not be able to make a decision for the fucking life of him. This man was 6'4", 240 pounds. You're just sitting there staring at him like, yeah, I don't feel like playing you today, bud. Sorry. What goes through your mind when like? It is what it is. It is what it is. He's a freak athlete.
Let's not get too carried away here.
He's a freak athlete, bro.
Freak.
Complete freak. Plus 350. I love the bet. I'm with you there. That is also my bet. So quarterbacks, I guess we'll get on to that, right? Cam, kick it out.
So I'm going with a little bit of a sleeper here, I guess you can say, but not so much. He has gone for 5,000 yards before. Matthew Stafford starting over at the LA Rams this year, which he's going to be throwing for a ton of yards there. It's so much better than the Lions situation. I think he'll thrive. I think at plus 1,200, I think they're pretty damn good odds for him. Like I said before, he's thrown for 5,000 yards, so he's definitely capable of it, and he's got definitely no one's better than Megatron, but he's got some of the best wide receiver corps he's had. So I think he's going to thrive.
I think he's
Actually, have the same
got the
one, right?
most,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and he's got plenty of weapons to use. I'm in complete agreement with you as well, Cam, on my pick there. So
What about you, Ed?
So yeah, I don't hate that at all. And as you guys, if you do follow me on Twitter, FCF_Edward, in case you were curious.
handstand.
I forgot about that one. Then, yeah, it actually goes into this too. Matt Stafford, Van Jefferson. It's a match made in heaven type thing. You know what I'm saying? You got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, running back situation. Now that Cam Akers is not there, I don't think they're going to feed the running backs as much as they wanted to. Their offense is going to be bussing. We all know that. You got to go. I mean, I like Matt Stafford. I like it. I do. But better odds, better quarterback, better weapons. Probably same division. Probably a harder schedule, but same division. A man who was left cooking, whatever you want to call it. He was cooking last year. First 8-ish weeks. This man was obviously fantasy quarterback 1 in the first 8 weeks. After that, things went downhill. Don't think it's on him. Think it was an offensive coordinator. Everybody said that. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson. He was, what was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was like 9th in passing yards last year. Things can obviously change. I think they will change. He had a few games where he was very subpar stat wise, especially passing yardage total. DK Metcalf, another year under the belt. Tyler Lockett's in there. You bring in Dwayne Eskridge, who I don't like, but it's a wide receiver. You don't bring in any running backs. You keep Chris Carson's old injured ass. Rashad Penny still there. Bunch of other bum running backs, pretty much. The signs kind of start pointing towards let's let Russ cook. You know what I mean? It's Mr. Unlimited. Like, let Russ cook. Mr. Unlimited. Can I get a Mr. Unlimited from everybody? Ready, set. Mr. Unlimited. There we go. That's the man. That's the man of the hour. He will have the most passing yards, I believe, this year. And if you do follow fantasy football, he is my quarterback to target in fantasy football. It's Russell Wilson. He's a GOAT. 35-13 or 40-13 touchdown interception ratio last year. Passing yards as well. Less running on the ground. More passing. Defense is still meh. It's Russell Wilson. It's Mr. Unlimited. That's all I got to say. So,
yeah, in terms of Russ, you touched on his fantasy outlook a little bit. His average draft position this year is just phenomenal. Sitting around the 5th or 6th round. That's winning your chips.
Incredible.
If he cashes out on this most passing yards. So.
And it's plus 2,000. That's below Matt Stafford. That's what baffles me.
Yeah.
By decent margin. By $800 practically of a margin. Is what it is. Alrighty. I guess receiving yards now that we're done with quarterbacks, huh?
Indeed. Oh, I guess I'm going to start it. I'm picking the reigning champ to repeat, Stephon Diggs. I think he's going to be a beast once again. Maybe they help out the running game a little bit. Maybe Zach Moss develops a little bit. We all kind of know Devin Singletary sucks by now. But hopefully Zach Moss develops. They start running the ball a little bit more, opening up even more deep passes for Stephon Diggs. I think he's going to thrive. Apparently thrive is my word of the day. But honorable mention is Julio Jones there. He has great odds, plus 2,800. Yes, he's old. But he's pairing up with probably the best wide receivers. It's a little bit of a stretch, but
yeah.
But still, AJ Brown, he's phenomenal, and especially we just touched on this earlier with Derrick Henry. There, it's going to be an explosive offense, and maybe defenses focus on AJ Brown a little bit too much, and Julio Jones pops off a little bit more than he does. They're both bound to pop off, but I
personally think AJ Brown leads that team in receiving.
Probably, but AJ Brown's odds. I didn't peep his odds, but they're probably down 1,000, 1,200 maybe. So the odds are there. I think throw $10 on, cash out a little bit, dude.
Plus 1,500 for AJ Brown.
Okay, but throw $10 on it. What do you win? $280 if that hits. I think it's worth $10.
Julio Jones, man.
About that.
He's a beast. He's a dog. He's a problem. Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a Julio? You know what I'm saying? So I can dig it. I also dig Stephon Diggs, obviously, because that man just came off a career year.
Takes the Diggs.
And the schedule is still cakey for him. So, I mean, take that as you will.
Is it indeed? Is it indeed juicy?
It is, according to Warren Sharp, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he had a whole – he does a little numbers in there. And Josh Allen probably was too ultra efficient last year, though. That's the only downside. But I also have another wide receiver that I'm going to just take a second for and let Xavier take his wide receiver, who couples with my quarterback. Xavier, go ahead.
Yes, he does indeed couple with your quarterback, and I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. This could be a little bit of a stretch, but I do think DK Metcalf will lead the league in receiving yards this year. We've seen nothing but improvement from this man. He had, 900 yards his rookie year, 1,300 last year. I think he easily eclipses 1,500 this year. And the touchdown numbers have gone up. I think he had 7 and then 10. I could see a few more from him. He's got excellent hands, route running's there. His speed's phenomenal. I'm saying DK Metcalf. The odds are 1,200 right now. I think that's solid. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I am not anti that. And if I wanted to do the stack, you know what I'm saying, the bet stack where you could double up, build the confidence in yourself. You got DK Metcalf. I fucking love it. He's a pure alpha, you know what I'm saying? And if they do pass more, that man finished what?
That man is
7th? He finished 7th on a team that it passed decently at times, but then other times it passed minimally. He finished 7th among wide receivers after, Stephon Diggs had his career year. Devontae Adams snapped. And Justin Jefferson, I didn't even fucking know Justin Jefferson finished 4th in receiving. That's absurd. All right, anyway.
a great year.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. But DK, I fuck with it. I do fuck with it. That would be my second choice. Cam, what are you thinking?
I don't mind it. I don't love it either, to be honest. I think maybe Tyler Lockett kind of goes back to his normal ways, eating up yards. I don't know. I think defenses are going to just be focusing on Metcalf a little bit more this year than they were in the past. So I think it's going to be tough for him to be top the league. He's definitely going to be up there, of course. He's a monster. But I think it'll be tough for him to top the league.
That's fair. All righty, well, let's get into something that's even more fair, and that is the monster himself, Tyreek athlete, Tyreek Hill. Man's a beast, okay? So think about it this way. Travis Kelce finished 2nd in receiving yards last year in the NFL. Tyreek Hill is just getting better and better. Travis Kelce is obviously the stud that he is, but he is aging. And with age comes injuries, and with age comes lack of production, and with age in certain instances, in Tyreek Hill's instance, he's 28, I think, 27. With some age, from the age of 26, 27, 28, you improve. You peak. You know what I'm saying? You hit that peak. And I don't think Tyreek Hill's peak was last year. I can't say that. So this year, I do think Patrick Mahomes, obviously, slanging that. Hey, he's slinging that, right? That's Patty. He's in the kitchen. He's cooking. He's not Russ cooking. He's Patty cooking, though. But Tyreek Hill, he's patty caking, if you will. But Tyreek Hill is a monster, and fantasy football-wise, I love him too, obviously. Lots of touchdowns going to be scored, but receiving yards-wise, I think he's going to lead the team, obviously, and lead the NFL. What are his odds? His odds were plus 900, so I think he was like the second best
right
odds.
Stephon,
Yeah, which is actually wait, hold up. Calvin Ridley's the best odds to win most receiving. Yes. Calvin Ridley, that's insane. So Tyreek Hill's actually 5th on the list after Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs. Also think there's enough passes to go around that offense in Kansas City. The only downside I would say to this is the fact that they brought in a bunch of guards, which if you think about it the way I think about it, the interior offensive line, you kind of improve that for running purposes, you know what I'm saying? And you can, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, first-round draft pick last year, might get more carries. Team might get more rushing attempts than they did in the previous years, but still think Tyreek Hill's a freak athlete. Get those rack yards, you know what I'm saying? And I like Tyreek Hill plus 900.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs ended up running the ball more, but Tyreek Hill, he's just built different, as we've seen. And
freak.
Yeah, so, but I definitely don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Respect it. If you guys wanna make those bets, I'm making my bets personally. I will be betting on each one.
Some more money
kind
might have to go into the FanDuel, unfortunately, but
Well, sadly enough for us, for myself, because I don't have any money in DraftKings at the moment, but I will. These odds and these bets, most passing yards, most rushing yards, most receiving yards, are only found on DraftKings Sportsbook, sadly, of the two main sportsbooks, FanDuel and DraftKings. So I will have to deposit some money in DraftKings, but I will be making more money. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's how I'm feeling. So you boys got anything else before we hop into these awards, the cream of the crop, the meat of the episode, the things that people come and they want to see?
let's get to it.
No, sir. Let's go.
Where MVP, I will kick it off, and then Cam, and then Xavier. So MVP, as you guys realize in the Russ cooking extravaganza I had last time I talked, God, plus 1,400 odds for MVP. Last year he was inevitably going to win MVP the first couple weeks, right? He was cooking. I think he holds that for the entire season this year. Maybe not up to that level, but he will win MVP, I think. Plus 1,400. Not bad bets. I mean, obviously, I made my case for most passing yards, and I think touchdowns are going to come with it, obviously. Yeah, that's all I got to say, Mr. Unlimited.
Well, that offensive line is going to need to hold up much better than it has in years past. So
Not if you.
he's getting old, man. He's the most sacked quarterback in the past 5 years or something like that. He's been getting cracked out there. But nah, I like the pick, of course. Before I get into mine, next, you got anything to say about that?
Nah, I like it.
Alrighty, so I got Stafford. Just like he lined up his most passing yards with MVP, I did the same. I'm going with Stafford. Like I said previously, I think he's going into his best offensive situation in his career as a whole. And especially with Cam Akers getting hurt, I think he's going to be passing the ball a lot, having to throw a lot of touchdowns. And yeah, I like the pick there. Xavier, you're up.
I hated making this pick, but there's something about me that just kind of thinks that it's going to happen, and I'm going with Tom Brady as the MVP this year. He's the GOAT. I think the Super Bowl outcome is going to be the same as it was last year. I think Tom Brady's just going to have a phenomenal year. He's the ageless wonder. And
That would be something to behold.
I think he's going to win MVP. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year.
Yeah,
he does.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the Buccaneers pretty much retained their same exact team as last year, and we saw what they did.
They're the first ever team in NFL history to retain all 22 starters from the Super Bowl team.
That's unbelievable.
But
and I think they're going to be right back in the Super Bowl, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would really be something to behold, though. I mean, I used to really hate Brady growing up, but as I've gotten older, I
learned to appreciate
the man. Like, just seeing him keep doing it is insane. And if he wins this MVP this year, that would just be absolutely insanity. And
he's already the GOAT with his 7 rings?
Yeah. So if he gets another ring and wins this year, he just needs to retire if he does that.
Yeah, he needs to get out of the league.
Yeah,
Makes room for other people.
Before he turns into Joe Theismann out here, like, he just needs to go.
Oh no! Oh God! Alrighty. Well, I like the picks, boys. Don't want to see Tom Brady win again. I do respect him as the GOAT, but I don't want to see the Bucs. I don't. And they added Giovanni Bernard.
No, I don't agree with the Super Bowl pick. I was just saying if it does happen.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely a good chance. Obviously, best fucking odds of all teams. But anyway, AP Offensive Player of the Year. Let's get into this one, right? Got to line this up again with my receiving yards. Tyreek Hill plus 2,200. Put $10 on that, like Cam did with Julio Jones, and you got $220 if it hits. If you don't, well, you lost 5 guys for dinner. It is what it is. Tyreek Hill, freak. AP Offensive Player of the Year. I told you guys about the touchdowns. Obviously, they're going to come with the nature of being Tyreek Hill. I think he had like 15 touchdowns last year. I might be tweaking on that one.
I think it might have been 13.
15. It was 15, yeah. 15? That is an absurd amount of touchdowns. Yardage is going to pop up.
Definitely going to be some regression there.
No, not at all.
Do you think he's scoring 15 or more touchdowns again?
That offense is going to be fucking zooming, bro. It's been zooming every single year. It's Tyreek Hill, 15
I don't know,
touchdowns,
he scares me a little,
2,000 receiving yards.
just because he's so fast. Like he's the type of guy that if he tweaks a hamstring and it like ends up being a lingering one, that could affect him all season.
The hammy.
He just makes me nervous, man. We've seen the hammies affect wide receivers like crazy before.
The hams were killing Cam last year.
The ham messed my fantasy season up, dude. I was screaming out the hams like every other day. It was insane.
The hams.
Kenny G especially. He really
Kenny fucking G. I don't even think that was a ham.
I think he got brand new hamstrings or something. He needed something.
No, I think he tweaked again the string camp. That's right.
He did.
God.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad omen. Don't draft that man.
Don't
Learn
draft
from
the
Kid
hams.
Cam. Do not draft Kenny G. All right.
Learn from Kid Cam. Do not touch the hams. Anybody who has a hamstring injury, get rid of it. Alrighty. I guess we just move forward with the offensive player of the year, Cam. Huh?
So we have the same thought process, just different players. I got Dalvin Cook just as the most rushing yards. I got Dalvin Cook winning AP Offensive Player of the Year. So, like I stated before, Dalvin Cook's going to eat in that offense, and he's going to score a lot of touchdowns, and he's going to rush for a lot of yards. And what does that translate to? The Offensive Player of the Year award. So it's just going to happen. You might as well bet on it.
It's inevitable.
I would say throw $10 on every single bet for all these MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. This whole segment, bet $10. You know how much money you'll make, dude? That's $140 just from Dalvin Cook.
I can listen to his bets.
It goes to $10 or 160 next. It's gonna be great.
Just bet $10 on every single one of my picks.
Just pick one
Yeah.
of them. That's all I gotta say. Just pick one of them. Hope you're right. Hope you're right, and you'll be cashing out, dude. Or
Yeah,
mix and match.
I
Make it
will
work.
say, what was I gonna say? I don't think you can combine or you can't parlay these awards in DraftKings. You can do it in FanDuel though, so definitely parlay them. I might be tweaking on that.
I don't know,
Might-
but this is
What if
the
you can
type
parlay?
of thing you parlay. Maybe like
bro. If you parlay this, put a cent on it, bro. That's $1 trillion. Bet you big bags on that one.
we don't make little bets around here. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about $10.
Yeah, no 10-cent bets, Ed Roach.
No 10 cents.
All I do is 10-cent lays. You know me.
We're not
Yeah,
into the
wait,
penny
what?
stocks around here, man.
Penny
Penny
stocks,
stocks,
this
bro.
fucking guy. Alrighty, X, get into it.
All right, I'm keeping the same kind of train of thought as you guys as well, just a different person. King Henry is bringing home the AP Offensive Player of the Year. He's a beast. Can't stop him. I mean, I may be tweaking with this. He may regress. I don't know. Didn't look like there was anything slowing him down. And I don't think he's going to get slowed down again. He's going to win the rushing title and Player of the Year offensively.
Yeah, you see, I had that initially, actually. And then as I looked in this doc, as we were beginning to record, said to Cam, what the fuck was I thinking with Derrick Henry? But he won it last year, and the likelihood of them putting up even more points this year is life-changing. Yards may not be as great as they were last year to that degree, but I do agree. And he's plus 700. I mean, I
Could
think
be
he
a
has the
shot in
best
the dark,
odds.
but hey, what that is
Shot
in the dark.
Shot in the dark. That's a shot in the light if I ever seen one. Plus 700. Don't forget to. There we go. All right, cool. Just making sure. Don't want any fires to happen over here. We're not in California, but still fire possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Right.
touchy subject.
Very touchy. But I got the trees on my arm, wherever the hell they are. So I love the trees, the water. You know. All right. So let's get into Defensive Player of the Year. As you know, as you probably don't know, actually, subscribe if you haven't. By the way, I do fantasy football stuff. I don't do defense stuff. Defense stuff is not my forte. But I will make a pick based on logic and intuition. So this pick here, I said logic, and Cam looked out the window. He said, logic's not in this one. Myles Garrett is not winning Defensive Player of the Year. I think he will. Man's a force to be reckoned with, obviously. Helmet-wise, he's a monster.
Said he beat the
Just-
brakes off of Jake Paul, so
Yeah, he just said that.
there's that.
Oh, wait, what happened?
He's
Said
not
he
in celebrity
beat the brakes off of
boxing.
Jake
He
Paul.
said he beat the brakes off of Jake Paul. If he
Oh,
had-
he probably would. He's a monster. He
Probably would.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're allowed to use helmets, then it's game over.
If he's allowed to use helmets, he might get charged with
Murder.
yeah, probably. Anyway, Myles Garrett in the division, obviously, with the Steelers, who lost their entire offensive line. The Ravens, who also traded away, I think, their left tackle, which is a big thing. And then who else in the division? The Bengals, who didn't draft Penny Sewell, in case you forgot about that one. So the amount of sacks you can get within the division may just line them up for Defensive Player of the Year right there. Outside of that, obviously, you got 11 more games, plus 500 odds for that man. And he has Jadeveon Clowney on the other side of the football, or on the other side of the line. It's a force to be reckoned with, that defense right there in Cleveland.
What's Jadeveon Clowney really done in the past few years?
He's a pass rusher that he doesn't stop, or he runs stop. I don't know what the fuck he does, but it's Jadeveon Clowney, name-wise.
You know the only thing he did in the past 2 years? You know what he did? He ended Carson Wentz's career. That's the only notable thing he's done in the past 2 years.
Hey, man, Miles, he might. I don't. Did he though? Did he end it? Maybe. I don't know.
Jadeveon Clowney was the one who smacked the shit out of his head.
But did he end the career? Because his career was over before that, was he not?
Nah, he was fine, man. He led him to the playoffs. This is when they fucking faced Seattle.
Dementia's happening to me. Oh no, they weren't winning that game. Greg Ward was no.
Bro, it was so early in the game. What do you mean?
The Eagles shouldn't have even been there, bro. Let's be real.
Bro, we only lost 17-9 with Josh McCown limping on a hand.
Josh McCown was playing Hall of Fame football. Let's be real.
On a bad hand, and we lost 17-9. Talking about
Sorry,
anyway,
Cam, we can't blame the ham this time around. It's the birds.
listen, man, we're not talking about the birds.
So,
We're not talking about the birds. Anyways, Myles Garrett, I think that's the easiest pick you can go here. I would say there's some pretty.
Aaron Donald. Whoa, hey.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, man. Anyways, I'm going not too much of a sleeper, but Nick Bosa over in the
Boo.
49ers. I think the 49ers defense is going to be phenomenal once again, and Nick Bosa is going to be a lead in the charge. So they're going to be good to go. X, what's yours defensive player of the year? Because I don't love talking about defense too much.
Well,
I feel that.
we saw what he could do last year by winning Rookie of the Year. I think Chase Young takes home Defensive Player of the Year this year. The man's a beast. That defense isn't bad either.
Very valid.
Yeah, he's a monster.
He takes a whole another step higher than he did his rookie year. And, oh, yeah, I could see it. The odds are, what, 1,100? Not terrible.
Not too bad.
Sucks
110
being
bucks
in
if
the
you use
division,
my rule.
If you use my rule. Cam, the man with no ham on his team. All right.
No hands.
Okay. Zero hammies. All right. Comeback player of the year. Myself and Xavier share the same player. It is Dak Prescott for obvious reasons. Plus 210, I think the odds were.
Something like that.
Somewhere
sure.
around that range. But Dak Prescott, obviously.
I think he has a great
Fucking-
year.
It's
I hope
like
he
the
does.
same thing with Alex Smith last year. Alex Smith was by no means a great quarterback last year, but the man snapped his leg. Obviously, Dak Prescott not to Alex Smith's
Alex
point.
Smith almost lost his leg from that injury. Like,
Yeah.
He did indeed. Almost lose his leg.
The fact that he could actually walk in was probably absurd. But Dak Prescott being able to play this year with an offense that I think will put up points. I do find it obvious. Plus 210. I mean, I need to see these other candidates real quick because I don't even know if anybody else is even relevant.
I could say Saquon, Christian
Joe
McCaffrey.
Burrow. You can't give it to a running back over a quarterback though. Even the quarterback has like a 30 touchdown, 10 interception, 30 touchdown, 15 interception. You know what I'm saying? Like unless
I could see
Saquon
maybe
and CMC.
Saquon deep snaps this year.
Yeah, that is fair. I don't know. What the hell? How is George Kittle on the comeback player of the year? Did he not play last year? He
He
played.
missed a lot of
I
time.
heard he missed
He missed like half the season.
he missed 8 games, I think.
Shit, man. I had no clue. Alrighty, well, yeah. Dak Prescott plus 210. Eagles fan over here, and I know that the Cowboys going to be good. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but their defense is going to be top ass.
Cap, biggest cap I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it'll be better actually. They got Malik Hooker and Michael Parsons and
They got Keanu Neal, DeMonte Kazee, or
Keanu
something
Neal
like that.
probably lost a step. But they'll be better. They're still not going to be a Super Bowl winning defense.
It will be.
Comeback player of the year, I have it in line with my defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa. I think the two will go in. Well, what's the word? I don't know. They'll happen together if they happen. If Nick Bosa wins defensive player of the year, he's for sure getting comeback player of the year just because He tore his ACL last year, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So the severity of the injury, and then defensive player of the year, it lines up, man. It makes sense. It'll be good to go. Don't you worry.
If he's as good as he was his rookie year, I do see that being
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah. It's gonna be a beast.
And okay, well, Xavier took Dak Prescott as well as I did. Jesus Christ, I didn't even see your fucking rookie of the year pickaxe. I'm not gonna get into that. All right, both of you went homers. You guys are freaking losers. All right, offensive rookie of the year.
Mine makes more sense, but go ahead.
Maybe. Offensive rookie of the year for me, Trey Lance plus 800. So pretty much, if you can follow me on Twitter, George Kittle and Trey Lance are the dynamic duo that are going to lead you to fantasy football championships. Pretty much. Their schedule is cakey as hell. The only downside to this is the chance that Trey Lance does not play week 1. But does that matter? Don't think so, because if he comes in week 4, he has 13 games to play, 11 games, 12 games to play, whatever the hell it is. Schedule cakey, obviously rushing ability. Then you got the weapons in Ayuk, great wide receiver. Deebo Samuel, check down master. George Kittle right up the middle on a seam. Jungle George taken to the house. Trey Lance, the monster. We know these things. In the preseason game, he did have that bomb to Sherfield. After that, it was pretty much nothing. The offensive line kind of keyed in on him every single snap. That's all we've seen so far from him in the NFL. And I think there's more to be seen by Trey Lance in the NFL. So for those reasons, Trey Lance plus 800. It may have dropped by now because it has been a couple of days. Has been the preseason big play. I think he's like the third favorite behind Trevor Lawrence, obviously, and then Justin Fields. But yeah, I like Trey Lance's upside. Taking a swing for the fences here. Plus 800, offensive rookie of the year. Let's get it.
We all saw that he has upside throughout his NFL career, but I think that preseason game showed he's going to be a raw prospect like we all predicted. Is he going to develop quick enough is the main question here. He has the talent in the future, but I don't know about rookie of the year this year. I think it'll be a little tough, but he's in the perfect situation for it. You can't question that. 49ers are the best place to go as a rookie quarterback you could think of, to be honest.
It really also depends if he takes over Jimmy G as the starter too.
And Jimmy G does have a cakewalk of a schedule the first couple of weeks, so he may just be manageable enough for them to just keep him in there at his chance. But I don't know. I like Trey Lance a good bit.
Yeah, I don't hate it. He just needs to
I don't
develop.
hate it either.
I'm going with Devontae Smith. I'm a homer, like you said, for this pick. But now this is solely dependent on the fact that the Eagles are successful this year to a certain point. I mean, if the man goes out and catches 9 touchdowns and 1,600 yards, I mean, and they're 4-12 or 4-13 now, then he'll still win it. But I think if he goes for a solid like 1150, 8 to 10 touchdowns, I think that has the potential of getting him that award on the Eagles, and they go like maybe like 9-8, sneaking the wild card, 10-6, something, you know. Now, they have a rough schedule. I haven't really checked it out defensive-wise. I just know we're facing some pretty good teams the first 8 games. But I think Smith is going to have the chance to make a huge impact on this team. So if he doesn't, I think he can win that award. Plus 1,800 odds. $180 for you.
Take, man. Bold take. Man's already hurt.
He's fine.
He's
man.
already.
He's been practicing, but yeah, it's definitely a concern of mine. I'm like, damn, is this what that is?
He's walking on those spaghetti legs, bro.
Nah, bro, he's gonna be fine, man. You were all hyping him up on draft night. Don't switch up now.
I'm hype about it. I mean, the thing was, whenever the draft did happen, I'm happy that we got Devontae Smith. Obviously, we need a wide receiver, but I'm also upset that we passed on the GOAT that is Justin Fields. I'm surprised none of us picked for Rookie of the Year. That was pretty strange. Xavier, who did you pick?
Who did I pick? Where's that logo? That's for sure. That's gonna be Najee Harris taking home Rookie of the Year. Yeah, the first couple preseason games here, I don't think we really got to see a whole lot.
Why? Tell me why.
Tell me why. I mean, he didn't really play.
Because that offensive line is putrid.
Now, he looks slow to me. I watched both his games. He just
crank out running backs. I mean, crank out wide receivers like it's nobody's business.
Wide receivers, I'll give to you lately, but he looks
Benny
slow.
Snell. Benny Snell did not crank out, neither did Anthony McFarland. So
Well,
Anthony McFarland's
neither
barely
of those two guys are Najee Harris. I think Najee Harris is very talented, and I think he will thrive in this offense.
maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
He looks a little slow.
We'll see. I'm really excited to see him in like a whole full game. So, especially as a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
But,
he's gonna be getting smacked at 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But
yeah, I hope not. It's not going to be a good show against the Bills week 1, that's for sure. But
that's a rough one.
yeah, we'll see. I still think he takes the film. I don't know about you guys, but that's mine.
alrighty, on to defensive awards, or the Rookie of the Year award particularly. Yeah, this is another thing that I just like Cam said, we don't really harp on it. Mike Parsons plus 500. He's been a monster in the preseason. Obviously, there's other choices that are good. What was that?
That's who I went with too.
Yeah, plus 500 is not.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying plus 500 is not terrible odds. Let's see the other leaders on that. Plus 550 actually now, and then second is Jamin Davis at plus 800. So he's a neck above everybody else, and for good reason, I think.
I don't know. I like Patrick Surtain. It came down to because I don't think there's Michael Parsons is probably the best bet in my opinion, but there's not a huge amount of like big name defensive rookies coming in this year, and I think it'll be one of those top 3 corners between Caleb Farley, Surtain, or J.C. Horn, just because whoever makes the biggest impact in their team wins. And say they get like 5-6 interceptions, they'll win, which is a lot. But one of them will do it.
I think the Cowboys team as a whole has a chance to win the most, especially given the fact that J.C. Horn's going to have to cover who? Mike Evans, Mike Thomas when he does come back, if he does come back. What you say?
You said the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm saying the Cowboys have the best chance to win out of 3, and then on top of that, the fact J.C. Horn has to play against Mike Evans 2 times a year.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how he's going to look in that. If he looks fucking substantially great in those games, obviously there's a great chance that he wins Rookie of the Year. But I don't know.
There's Surtain.
Surtain got the. You think they're going to get it?
One of them, yeah. Surtain, Farley, or J.C. Horn is going to win.
Farley's on the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know shit about him. I do know Patrick
My
Surtain
knowledge
was at a
on
pick 6.
Rookies this year was not as.
Yeah, he was something like that. But he was the number 1 prospect, but like cornerback prospect, but he has back issues. So that's could be
Farley.
Could be.
Yeah, I could see it happening. I mean, I have no clue about defensive rookies, especially, but defense players in general. So I mean, it is what it is.
Mostly it goes to a defensive end, but I just don't think one really stands out from this year's class. So that's why I'm picking cornerback.
Michael Parsons is going to get like 8 tackles for a loss, man. This year he's going to be a monster around town.
I
don't want him to
be. Got good linebackers too, so.
I don't know. I get bad vibes from Michael Parsons after the story.
Hearing about that stuff about Penn State.
He was a fucking menace at Penn State.
A menace to society. He's going to be a menace to the backfield too.
Happy Valley. That's sad Valley, if you ask me. But, boys, you guys got anything else to say about these individual players, honorable mentions, anything like that?
No, sir.
I think we covered that shit.
All right. Well, that will write this episode off, I guess. You guys will see this before we get into the next episode, which will be the divisional winners. And what else do we got? The win-loss. We got 3 win-loss over-unders that we like the most. You'll be seeing that probably, if not today, the day you're seeing it probably. One of the days soon by. Definitely before the NFL season, obviously. You got to get those bets in. There's first choice betting, speaking of which, and we're here to make you money. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our fantasy channel as well. Our website, we might be writing some things weekly on there. Let you guys know. But all the links are going to be down in the description. So check those out. First choice betting. Say what's up, deuces. Deuces, dudes.
Peace out, yo.